What up, what up, what up? This is Benny Scrap, rolling and shit. Right here, about to roll into another Scrapyard fucking podcast, live podcast that is. Shit, it's been a minute and shit. I feel like I'm already stumbling over the stumble, you feel me? When you hit a wall and shit and don't know how to get over that shit, well, fuck that. We don't stop at shit. We get over that bitch. Go right through it and shit. You know, primo? This is my primo and shit. Today we're gonna talk about like I always try to talk over life situations and shit. Unfortunately, I just lost another good friend, familia, like a brother of mine, and it hurts, and some people don't know always how to deal with it and stuff. Where my primo, he's lost his father. I haven't had a lot of losses, just probably in the past like 10 years. I would say the last 7 years and shit, where it's just cabron, you know what I mean? I mean, nobody knows how to deal with shit like this, and there's no right or wrong way, I guess, from what I gathered, but people put different stipulations on how you should act and shit like that, and like my primo told me and shit, that's why I brought him on, is because he just had a simple conversation with me and kind of left the door open to whatever it is I wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? So in this broadcast, we're gonna talk about, first and foremost, my main mission is to let everybody know, what should be done without saying. But sometimes we forget, as individuals, and we're only human beings. Feel me? So to treat people good while they're fucking here, fuck fucking treating people good. When they're, well, not even treating people good. I mean, like, fucking, I see all these fucking cats at fucking
it's the guilt. It's the guilt that catches up to them.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
At funerals and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then they're right there bawling and shit, and it's like, ya pa que, you know what I'm saying?
And then you get the people that you're gonna get a lot of people that are gonna say, oh, sorry, but you know what? Take my number down. I'm here for you. Call me whenever you need or whatever. But guess what? They're not going to be there, dude. They haven't been there while the people are alive. They're not going to be there when they're dead. And if that was really the case, then they would make some type of attempt to be there. But you could give them your number. And here's the thing. They're always going to say, call me if you need anything. Why don't they ever call you to check up on you?
That's a good fucking
point.
It's
always, call me if you need anything. Well, fuck, it'd be nice if I'm going through my struggles. Why don't you call me to check up on me? Like, if you really love the person that I lost, like you say you do, why do I have to call you?
Check up on them and shit.
It's simple.
That's feed, man. That's feed, man.
It's very simple,
and that's so real, I've never thought about it like that. And you're so fucking right, you know what I mean? Even to the point where I've reached out just recently, like to the son, and hey, give me a call, or here's my number, because Rudy Maldonado, we just lost him here from Baldwin Park, rest in peace, God rest his soul. Feed my person, we'll go into that after, but I guess my point is piggybacking you as far as I just left my number, but de veras, I haven't sent him another message since. So that right there, from what you just said, that fucking sparked the fire on my ass. So mañana or later, I'm gonna throw him another text.
That's all right.
That's that's good, bro. No, that's good, because this is for everybody, me included. You feel me?
Here's the thing that, like, I don't know. This is my first time doing this, so I feel a little nervous. But like I told you, I don't want anything up front. I don't want no questions asked about me or to me or towards me. Like, I just want to talk about this and let's just let it flow, So
for sure,
I don't want anybody to feel like this is pre-planned or talk about at all, because it's not. Like I told them, don't ask me anything. Let's just freaking handle the scandal and let's just go from there. And that's what we're doing right now. So.
This is a scrapyard. That's the way we always do it, off the dome, pretty much. We tackle a particular subject and go from there, Hardly any notes, I have a couple of notes, just the name of it, and then I want to give memories to my 3 loved ones that I've lost. Sometimes you feel like jinxed, bro. Like, I feel jinxed in a sense. Let me tell you why. I don't know if anybody out there has felt like that. I'm sure you have, because I know I'm not the only one with these same. But a lot of people, myself included in these I feel my life has been blessed, okay, first of all. But these last 7 or 8 years, I'm to the point, bro. I'm in the age already, and I've been for a long time. I'm in my own circle. My circle is this tiny and shit. My circle is like me, myself, and I, my fucking shadow, you know what I mean? My reflection, you know what I mean? Shit like that, and that's cabrón. That's basically just saying me, But in reality and shit, I do have a lot of people who care for me and even friends and whatnot because they always seem to disappoint me. But that's just life in general, right? So you kind of get tired of it, so you just kind of like you're standoffish to letting anybody in, And that's and if y'all don't know, well, I'm just gonna throw it out there because I'm sweaty because it's hot like a motherfucker. This fucking lights over here beaming on us, but it is what it is. I'm just saying. Because ain't no sweat coming from the nervousness. Let me tell you. Nah, I'm just clowning. But anyways, going back on the subject, I lost my homeboy Rudy just this past week, who was like a brother, who was like, he's somebody who never did me wrong, probably never did really nobody wrong, I find these people who are just like blessings, and somehow God blessed me the opportunity to have them love me and vice versa, my homegirl Tweety and shit, Luana, beautiful person, and my homeboy Ricky, who just went like about a year ago, These are 3 people in my life that are irreplaceable. Everybody is, okay? But at least as far as in my life, you know what I mean? Where I could honestly, I have nothing ever bad to say about them, ever. Not even so much as a bad nada, And it's hard to say that about people, brothers and sisters. We bump heads or whatnot, So I just wanted to give it up to that. But once again, I'm able to say, even with my homeboy Rudy and shit, I was talking to my cousin earlier about this, how I really don't have no regrets with none of them because of the simple fact that I feel like I always did them right and they did me right. So it was just beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
No, and like I was telling you too, like I feel like a lot of us in life tend to think that, I don't want to say that we're doing people wrong, but we're doing ourselves wrong. And it's kind of a reflection on the way we feel because it's our own guilt. It's our It's our guilt thinking that, okay, I know what I've done.
Okay.
You know what I've done. I've done some stupid stuff.
Okay.
And at times, it's times where you think like, okay, I've done things to myself and I know the extent of it, to where it's easy to kind of like pawn it off on somebody else that, oh man, they were a part of it or they did this or something. But no, sometimes it's our weakness that we project for other situations. I'm not gonna say it's your fault, but it's easier to say that, fuck, this happened because of this situation, or if this wouldn't have happened. But in reality,
like the domino effect in a sense.
I'm not to say I'm gonna blame you.
Yeah, but if you wouldn't have done this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, and it's the easiest way to get out. Like as an ex-addict myself of all the shit that I've done.
Right.
And for people that don't know, I'm from Bowling Park myself. I've gone through a lot of stuff, and I was. Everybody who knows me will know that, like, I was, like, back in the days in the 90s, oh, cool, we're going to go to your pad, we're going to have a good time. Your dad's cool, we'll party and stuff like that, but guess what? In the long run, me having that freedom and just having a good time or being around people that I was around ended up being my downfall in life. And I've been successful, and I've given up. I don't want to say I've given up. I gave away all the good stuff that I have because of my nonsense that I did.
Right.
Because I thought that what I was doing was cool, which is what a lot of people do. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a good time, but no, it's all bad in the long run.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And it was easy for me to point the finger at other people.
All right.
as opposed to just blaming myself. That
right.
Ultimately what it comes down to is we all have our own vices, and whether we choose to accept them or not, that's a whole different story. But it's the easiest way to get out of a situation is to blame somebody else.
Yeah, and everybody's different. Everybody's different, Prem. And I ain't attacking you or anything. And I say that all the time.
I blame myself.
Yeah, yeah.
I blame me. I didn't. Nobody took nothing from me. I gave it away.
I feel you, but I did catch on something you said earlier, which I'm very against in a sense. You know what I mean? Just how you told me about the word and stuff earlier, and that's why I throw it out there and shit. You know what I mean? Not coming at you or whatnot, and keep in mind, you know what I mean. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about, the scrapyard and shit. Because in the scrapyards, nothing's fucking perfect, right? I mean, you go to the scrapyard and shit, and there's a bunch of junk and shit. But to somebody else, you might see that shit as fucking being fucking bam. But that's because that's your vision and shit of what you could do with it and shit. That's what scrapyard is to me. You feel me? So in this case, I guess it's the same thing, because not only you told me about that word I said earlier, which no problem, and I just want you to know, you know what I mean, especially at your first time and shit. I'm not trying to attack, but the thing is, we all have choice, and I understand that now. You realize that, but there's a lot of motherfuckers who never do. They'll go through their whole life, bro, blaming the next motherfucker. You know what I mean? Especially motherfuckers. My bad. And fucking, that's the word I was gonna throw out there. Especially motherfuckers who get thrown up in prison or in the halfway and this and that. As youngsters, they want to cry me a river right away, or anybody, and start fucking blaming their next shit. Oh, it's because of the way I grew up and this and that. And you know what, bro? I hate to say it, but the reality is shit. We all have choice, and the fucking bottom line is, what's cold about this shit is the only thing I learned, and it's not the first time I say it. I love my mom and everything, but the only thing I learned from her is what not to do, including all my tias, bro. All of them.
Know that because we were part of it.
Exactly. That's why motherfuckers, like, whether it takes it, you realize it now or then or whenever, at least you got there, bro. So bottom line is fucking, you wised up. It's nobody's fault. And now that you've woken up, let's move forward.
No, I mean, I'll be the first to tell you that what I went through is not to blame anybody else. Yeah, there was contributions, but it was up to me if I want to take it or not.
Right.
And, I took it to the extreme. I took it as like, fucking, okay, you want to give me one, I want fucking 5.
Yeah.
I have that addictive personality.
Yeah,
and I've always been like that.
Yeah.
So I took myself under. I went from having freaking nice personal freaking car, house and stuff, but to not being homeless, but fucking having to.
You hit the rock.
I hit rock bottom. Dude. In my opinion, I hit rock bottom and stuff, and it was just, and I'm still trying to get back up at this age, and it's like it's something that you take so long to get to, and it fucking takes you down real quick, and you'll be at rock bottom in months. And it took you 20 years to get there, but it'll get you there within less than a year. You're just like, are you fucking kidding me, man?
Like credit.
Yeah.
It's like credit, you know what I'm saying? And check it, right? It's like, it's just a whole uphill battle and shit. It's like, it's so easy, right? It's fucking, you fuck up your credit. I was way low, trust me. Fucking 520 something, like, fucking, I barely started about over a year ago trying to raise my credit and shit. I want to buy my girls a house and shit like that by the time they're fucking seniors and shit. That's my main goal right now, Anyways, point being is that it's so fucking hard to make those steps upward, right? But man, how it snowballs down so easily, right?
Yeah. And you know what that comes with, though? Like when I was talking to you earlier, is that it's easier to just say that, fuck, it's hard, and I can't get there.
Right.
It's easier to make an excuse to not get there.
Got you.
As it is to just try to do it, and it's easier to fail because you could just fucking make all these excuses like, oh, you know what? it just didn't work out for me, or
And we all
I wasn't good enough. I wasn't good enough. I didn't know that much. I didn't know this type of computer system.
Right.
So, but to say that, you know what, I didn't know this, but I did this to get there. I did this to get to this level. You know how freaking it's easy. It's hard for people that don't know how to progress in life. And I'm not gonna say I'm the best at it,
right?
But at least I can recognize it where I have to go. But the people that can take their steps and say, okay, I got to go A, B, C, D, and I'm gonna progress there, they'll get there.
Yeah,
but it's easy to just say.
Let me tell you something, Prem.
I quit.
Only because what we were talking about earlier, and I'm hearing it again, and maybe I can help you in this, because this is the way we were talking, and I still have it. I mean, who am I? You know what I mean? Not to be hypocritical, and right now I'm on, but check it. It's all about, like how I told you earlier. When it's goals and dreams, you know what I mean? Just like we were hearing Denzel right now a while ago, you know what I mean? Dreams without goals are just dreams. You feel me? So no matter what it is in your life that you want to do, especially what we were speaking on earlier, feel me? Without making the steps like A, B, C, D, like you say, and I use that a lot, and I'll tell you how right now after, without making those steps, then you ain't going nowhere. Feel me? Whether you fucking go, okay.
I don't feel you, I live it.
Feel me?
I live it.
I hear you. So
I know what you mean.
So maybe you ain't taking the A. Or maybe from A, you're jumping to C. Or maybe from B, maybe you're going A, B, and then you jump to D. This is my point, like I said I was going to bring up. Without going A, B, C, D, it's not going to work. Make sense?
Yeah, no, 1,000%.
So we got to get the A, B, C, Ds down. We got to find our way, our structure in order, our outline, how to do it. And not only figure it out, but try to do it. Remember, people, along the way, we might go A, C, B, D. Okay? We might try to cut a corner. Fuck it, I could just jump up to C. Yeah, but it's not going to work in the long run. And then when you fail, there's people who fail and then just get stuck in the hole. We all fall in the hole, you know? Everybody in life has fallen in the hole. You know, this is what I used to tell my kids. I still use it as a building tool every day. We all fall in the fucking hole. It's the motherfuckers who either stay in there or just keep falling in the hole, the ones in prison and all that. And I don't give it up to the motherfuckers. Motherfuckers think I've been served time just the other day, bro. Homeboy hit me. Hey, well, you already, nah. And
I've been smart enough to stay away from that.
Well, that's what I want to say, and I used to say that.
You know what? I get offended.
And I don't give a fuck. You know what it is to me? I feel blessed, bro. I'm lucky. I'll throw it on that.
So
in other things in life, we could say, hey, there's no such thing as luck. And there isn't. Especially when it comes to achieving your goal. Like I do music, Betty Scrap. I fucking got albums and all that. No matter what, nobody could take that from me, homeboy. I wanted to be the Eminem and the Dre and all that. But no matter what, nobody could take that away from me. Maybe it's not to the caliber I wanted, but it's still there and I own it.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. When it comes to luck, there is luck because there's situations I think I've told you about where I should have been probably doing some years behind bars right now, but just by the grace of God and family and friends that I know, I don't even want to say I know for the people that are watching, they're friends and family of mine that actually got me out of situations. But I look at them as, you know what, these are blessings, and I've been able to get out of certain because there was times where I've actually been pulled over with stuff in my car back when I was doing dirty.
Me plenty of times.
And hey, this is my cousin or this is my friend, and all right, well, let me go. All right, well, can you get somebody to pick you up? All right, cool. I should not be right here, right now, making this with you. That's the freaking, it's the truth.
I hear you. And you know what I put on that, Primo? You call it luck, but you did throw it in there. I call it blessing.